All right, y'all. All right. Let's have us a little chat. Got another video for y'all. It's Brother Moshe. Hope all is well with y'all. I just want to have a chat with y'all. I know earlier I posted on my community tab about social media. Social media has produced an epidemic among society of loneliness. Yes, you got these people, got all these followers on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, uh, X, formerly known as Twitter, Snapchat, you name it. But they are still lonely. You have a lot of individuals on social media. Yeah, they got all the clout. They got all the clout, all the followers, getting all the notifications, but they lonely because they have mental issues. This validation. You see, validation is a hell of a drug. That you see, when you keep getting validated by these random strangers, whether you're a man or a woman on social media, but mainly for women, because we know women are attention seekers. It's a dopamine rush. They getting bombarded with dopamine. They forget about the reality that they living in, because they so busy, living in this fictional world. They living in a matrix of the matrix. We already live in a matrix, but when you're on social media, you're in another matrix. You're in a deeper matrix. Think about that. Think about that. When you indulging in all this social media stuff, you into another matrix. It's like, and it's just a toxic environment in certain sectors of social media, especially on these YouTube streets. And there's a lot of lonely people out here in this world, whether they single or in marriages or relationships. They look at us, they look at single people like, oh, they must be lonely and miserable. No, you got a lot of people in long-term relationships and long-term marriages and are lonely and miserable. You got people probably on these forums, whether they on Reddit forums and other avenues of forums, they say they miss their single life. They think about all the times they was single. Look what you got on. You got a lot of videos coming up on social media. Why men avoid marriage? Why men dropping out the workforce? Society, just look at this, society is crumbling. America is becoming Rome all over again. When you take away morals from society and godly principles, this is what you have. We in 2024. Just look around you. Look what you have. You have women don't want to get married no more. Men don't want to get married. Most modern women, they put a badge on being a single mother. Most men, they put a badge to be like, look, I'll just be a sperm donor and pay my child support or don't pay at all. No. This is what the Most High never intended for men and women to do. He intended men and women to come together in holy matrimony. And this old buffoonery, happy wife, happy life, that's not scripture. It's supposed to be a holy matrimony. It's about being holy, set apart, godly. All this happy wife, that's the simp national anthem. In my opinion, happy wife, happy life, that's the simp mission statement. In my opinion, that's the simp mission statement. They ain't nowhere. You didn't hear no King David saying no happy wife or happy life. Our patriarchs in the Bible wasn't quoting that buffoonery. They was quoting the words of the Most High. Straight up. But yeah, what I want to see. But yeah, social media is producing a lot of lonely people. No matter how they look like they living their best life, but behind closed doors, they are sad. That void ain't being filled. You got some of these hot-looking women, these young, attractive women in their 20s and 30s getting flown out by these movers and shakers. They getting flown out, getting laid on top by these movers and shakers, these millionaires and billionaires, And they brag about it, because they get, they take a picture being on these yachts. And that's another thing. If you see a young woman in her 20s, that she could be 22, and she taking a picture on a yacht, that's not her yacht. She got flown out. That yacht belongs to that man that flew her out. That man might live in Dubai. He might live in France. He might live in America. He might be a business tycoon, on Bruce Wayne level, he on that Bruce Wayne level. Cause that's what Bruce Wayne probably do. You see the Bruce Wayne, he a billionaire. And you see, you look up at Bruce Wayne, even though he's a fictional character. Bruce Wayne, Tony Stark, T'Challa, these are men, these are wealthy men in the comic book world. Yeah. T'Challa, we know who he is. He's the Black Panther, T'Challa, the King of Wakanda. He's more wealthy than Bruce Wayne and Tony Stark. Cause they did a post about that like many years ago on Facebook comparing them. Yeah, T'Challa, he's more wealthier than Bruce Wayne and Tony Stark. And so let's let you know. He probably more wealthier than Mansa Musa, T'Challa, aka the Black Panther. One of the greatest superheroes in the Marvel Universe. But anyway, yeah, man, this social media is making people lonely. Think about it. A lot of people ain't happy. And that's why I say it's better to detox from social media. Because I deactivated my Facebook been going on a couple of months. And I'm proud of myself because, when you indulge in this Facebook and social media, you start comparing yourself to other people. And what's the old saying? Comparison is the thief of joy. Let me say that again. Comparison is the thief of joy. And that's why a lot of people going through, and scientists prove that, they did studies on this social media stuff. They say if you start comparing yourself to others, it'll drive you insane. It'll make you depressed. You'll start getting bitter. This goes for men and women, especially for some men, you might going through stuff. You might be a single man, or you may be in a relationship or marriage, but you see your homeboy seeing like he's getting ahead in life. He's getting that promotion on the job. He's just brought him a new F-150 and you still driving your 2012 Chevy. He got him a 2024 F-150. You might start getting kind of shady and covetous. It's probably been a couple of years since you got a raise on your job. You might start feeling some type of way, but you got to rebuke that, though. You got to rebuke that, bro. Straight up. You got to rebuke that, man. Because if you don't, it'll drive you into the spirit of covetousness. And next thing you know, it'll lead you to sin. You'll start acting like Cain. You'll start being better like Esau, plotting to harm your brother. You don't want to go down that route. But yeah, it's just, and you gotta look at it like this. We ain't in competition with each other. You gotta be in competition with yourself. It's you against yourself at the end of the day. Straight up. It's you against yourself at the end of the day. Spirit versus flesh. Think about that. But yeah, that's something I just wanted to talk about. Social media has a lot of people lonely out there in this world. Because they living in this fantasy world, in this other matrix of a matrix. They living through the likes, the validation. That's all they live for. They want that dopamine rush. They want them likes up. They want them validations. These women, they want the compliments from these men. Because, and then the crazy part about it, some of them in marriages and relationships, you supposed to be getting compliments from your husband or man, not these strangers, because the majority of these men, it is common sense. I'm a man, and like they say, a man knows another man and a woman knows another woman. Most of those men that's common and complimenting these women, they want to get in your panties. It is what it is. It's the honest truth. They want to smash and dash, especially if you taking these pictures, showing your backside, showing your nooks and crannies and all your crevices. They gonna see you as a streetwalker. It's the hardcore truth. Because how you present yourself to society or out there, that's how men gonna perceive you. If you a man, you dressing, sagging your pants, wearing bandanas, wearing gold chains in a certain neighborhood, they gonna perceive you as a gangbanger, a thug. And you may not be a thug. You may be a cornball posing as a thug, but you just want to look cool. And what the real thugs do, they gonna check your corny ass. That's what they gonna do. They gonna chin check you. Prime example, you go in the Bloods and Crips neighborhood dressing like that, they gonna chin check you. You be lucky if they beat your ass up. In most cases, they might try to put a hot one in you. Put a cap in your ass. But most cases, they gonna chin check. They gonna make you take all that off. Hey, you'll be lucky they give you a warning and a beating. In most cases, they'll shoot at you. But yeah, you. But that's the way the society is, though. You know, a lot of modern women, they just wearing these yoga pants, these tight yoga pants. You know, dressing like harlots, man. And that's the norm. And we live in a way how society is. We don't shame that no more. It's smiled at. It's honored. You know, for women to come out dressing half naked, tattoos up. You know, that's not normal. We know we in the end times. You know, I mean, I could see, you know, if they have like a little butterfly tattoo on their shoulder that you could cover it up, but these days they tatted on their chest, legs, got their whole thighs full of tats, like they been in a biker gang or something, or they in the Amazon jungle like a tribal member, you know. And then the guys, they getting tattoos on their necks and face, man. I be like, y'all wasn't raised in no Amazon jungle. Y'all not a tribal person. Y'all not in one of these African tribes in one of these African countries. Y'all, I mean, and that's popular. You got these young guys marking their face up, got a big old stamp on their face and neck. I mean, y'all don't think about the long term. You know, y'all gonna look foolish when y'all get up in age. That's if y'all live to be middle age. Just think about it. We got Gen Z, Gen Alpha. When Gen Z and Gen Alpha become elderly people, you're going to see a lot of elderly people in their generation full of tattoos. That's going to look weird. That's going to look weird. And I might not be around to see it, you know. And that's one thing I was thinking about the other day, you know. Like, I think about the children, like Gen Alpha. They're going to see the 22nd century, you know, if this play's still going on, you know, because we don't know how long we got left in this society. But I'm just saying, when I think about like the infants right now, the infants to the 5 years old children right now, they have a possibility to see the 22nd century, you know. Yeah, because the 22nd century, that's going to be the year, I want to say the year 2200. No, Salakia. It's going to be the year 2100. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, 2100. 2100, that's the 22nd century. That starts the 22nd century. And y'all could correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. Y'all could correct me if I'm wrong. I think the year 2100, that's going to be the 22nd century. You know? And yeah. So the children today, and just think about that. Like, the Gen Alpha and the children after Gen Alpha, when they see Gen Z become elderly, all you're gonna see is a bunch of tattooed up old people, and that's gonna look weird as hell. And like I say, you know, us fellow millennials, man, and Gen X's, we ain't gonna be around because we gonna be long and gone. You know, we gonna be long and gone in the hereafter. You know, or hell, we might even come back as newborns in the 21st century, you know, for those who believe in reincarnation, you know. But anyway, I would want to come back to this jacked up world, man, because this world is wicked. I'd rather ascend to a higher plane of existence, you know, where righteousness dwell, you know, because, you know, I know they have other people have other fates out there. Some people believe in reincarnation. Some people believe, you know, the afterlife, you know, it is what it is. You know, everybody have different beliefs, you know. But yeah, that's going to look weird, though. I'm thinking about it. You're going to see all these elderly people from Gen Z and Gen Alpha in a nursing home full of tattoos. We be like, man, I had OnlyFans. You're going to see these older women from Gen Z and Gen Alpha will be like, man, you remember Betty back in 2040 when you had that OnlyFans and, you know, blah, blah, blah. That's going to be weird. I'm just saying, check that out. But yeah, anyway, that social media is really destroying society. It's destroying relationships, marriages. I mean, it's destroying the whole interaction between men and women. I mean, it's a whole nother topic in the topic. But yeah, but all it's doing is just making people more miserable and lonelier, men and women. Real talk. And that's why I see people, you got to detox from that social media. You got to detox from it. Every once in a while, you got to detox from it. That's the wise thing to do. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this video short, family. I'll catch y'all on the next one.